Hello everyone and welcome to Movies in a Nutshell, where we talk about movies in a quick way so you can get on with your day. I am your host, Detective Artemis, and today our movie is the Cloverfield Paradox. In this video we will be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't seen the Cloverfield Paradox yet, go and hit that watch later button on this video, go and watch that movie and then come back in and join in on the discussion. Go! Or if you don't care about spoilers, sit back and let's talk. Originally this movie was called God Particle and had nothing to do with the Cloverfield franchise. But then there were some issues with Paramount and some other stuff, and then JJ.Abrams and company decided to pick up the script and, work it along. And that's where he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make this part of the Cloverfield movies. I'm just gonna change some stuff here, add about a little bit of this, to make it feel like it's all connected. You can tell that shit was shoehorned in at the last second. Because without the Cloverfield name, no one would even bother to watch this movie. It's just like, oh, cool. Space movie. The characters here were pretty bland, disposable, and uninteresting, and that's not a good thing. Because if you can't invest or connect with your characters, then you don't give a shit about what happens to them. And that's exactly what happened in this movie. So they use a particle accelerator, no, not the one from The Flash, as a means to have unlimited energy because the resources on Earth have gone to shit, and people want to go to war. That's not good. So they test it out and it overloads, causing a hole in the space and time continuum, and they end up in an alternate dimension. Great Scott! Wow, dog, that's heavy. Yep. That's the premise of the movie. Alternate dimensions. Fine. But Pacific Rim did it better. When Chris O'Dowd's arm got stuck and then got amputated because the dimensions are kind of merging at the same time or whatever, and then later on you see the arm crawling by itself on the floor, I was thinking, what if he was peeing and the same thing that happened to his arm happened to his dick? And then later on you see his dick crawling by itself on the floor and everyone's like, what the fuck is that? That's a dick, man. I just thought that'd be pretty funny. What's wrong with me? This movie clearly had influences from Alien, The Thing, and even a little bit of Back to the Future. And that's okay. I don't mind movies influencing each other or whatever. That's okay. That's kind of a normal thing. You see the same movie fucking 10 times a year. But it's about the execution. That's the thing that really matters. And here, the execution was... it's pretty boring. The main problem with this movie is that it has to connect itself to the first Cloverfield movie, and it's literally just like the last 10 seconds of the movie. And because of that, I didn't care about anything else that was happening, and it really took away from the movie itself. It was literally just the last 10 seconds where like, oh, okay, cool. It was like an hour and 20 minutes of foreplay. It's just like, can we get to it now, please? My tongue hurts. The whole time I was wondering how this movie would connect itself to the first Cloverfield movie. And really, that's the only thing I cared about. Did it explain it? Sure, I guess. But it added some more questions. Here we go. How did the monster get so much bigger? This motherfucker had his head up in the clouds and shit. He wasn't that big in the first movie. Because this movie takes place in 2028 and the first one took place in 2008. So was the monster a baby at the time and then somehow fucking escaped from the government when it caught it at the end? If it caught it at the end? Or is it part of a separate timeline? Because if it's another separate timeline, my head's gonna fucking explode. How many timelines and dimensions are we really dealing with here? What was the point of Michael finding that little girl? It didn't really add anything and it just felt like a bunch of filler. Seriously, who the fuck cares? I mean, I guess that they wanted to show the world deteriorating and sort of you see like a little glimpse of the monster, but you could have did it without the kid. So what was the point of him finding that little girl? What was the point? Also, his friend just happened to have a bomb shelter that they can hang out in. Wow, that was pretty convenient. I wish I had some astronaut friends. Hey dude, let's go get wasted in the shelter. Okay, and who the fuck is Snoke? Who is he? JJ, you have some explaining to do. He looks like the Emperor's dick. Without the Cloverfield name or connecting the monster's origin, this would have been a pretty generic space thriller. I also didn't like that the monster came from a different dimension instead of the original theory where it was like, oh, the satellite came and, it awoke in the monster, or there was like a drilling accident and the monster, awoke from the ocean and just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking fuck shit up. Because the idea of something like that living in the ocean is a pretty scary thought. I mean, the ocean itself is pretty fucking vast and we don't know what's out there. I'm talking about you, Megalodon. I know you're still fucking out there. I am not going to the beach. Oh, and you don't need to see 10 Cloverfield Lane. There's really no connection to it except for a possible name connection and an actress. Also, there's gonna be another Cloverfield movie this Halloween. That's right, already. Another movie this Halloween. And it's gonna be called Overlord. And well, it has to do with World War II and Nazi zombies. Why in the fuck not? So I hereby declare the Cloverfield Paradox. Watch when you're bored. So what do you guys rate the movie? Vote in the poll above my head. Where's the poll, you ask? Tap the screen, hit the I button, and cast your vote. Simple. And let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments down below. And don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artemis, and I gotta have me my boats and hoes.